My name is Cindy Wiebe, and I was the head of wardrobe for 17 seasons at WCT, and I worked here probably about 5 or 6 seasons before that. Well, I grew up in the shoe swap, and I moved to Kamloops as a young adult, and I've always been interested in costumes, history of costumes, all of the things. I really liked the period stuff, so I was always looking things up in catalogs and looking history books and things like that, and I was like, oh, I just really would, this is what I want to do, you know, I know what I want to do. I've been not sure before, but I really know, and my family said, that's not a real job, you'll have to pick something else. So I volunteered. My friend Alan Graham was the props master here for I think about 7 years, and he was an amazing builder. I've never seen anybody build like that. He could just take something, go away with a bunch of stuff and a couple of drawings and come up with the most amazing props. So I started painting daisies on bed sheets for, I think it was, nonsense. I just kept hanging around, and then they eventually hired me. Then I had a 1-year kind of contract as the wardrobe assistant. There was funding for that, but that kind of changed over time, and so then I was hired on contract. So I'd come in and I'd work on a show, and I'd do all the backstage dressing and maintenance and stuff. I really enjoyed backstage. It was like getting to see all of the secret things that happen to make something out front happen. And I found myself really enjoying just like creeping around in the dark and helping people get changed. And you know, like, it sounds odd, but it was really exciting. And I got to know the actors really well through that. And I found those relationships really cemented my desire to be in theater and to be in wardrobe, because I think wardrobe is the most personal space in theater, really. The nice thing about WCT, it's always been a teaching theater. So David Ross, who was the AD at the time, was always offering opportunities. So he's like, would you like to try to design? Like, would you like to design? And I said, yeah, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So I actually got a hold of Lanny McInnes, somebody who had been around here, well, I don't even, since it started pretty much. And I asked for an interview, and I said, can you, like, how do I go about this process? And she was the one that said, you have to get everything from the text. Don't make any assumptions, just find everything that you need within the text. I just really started thinking about characters and looking at how they act within the script, how they're directed, and what would that person likely wear? What would their life be like? And I kind of started there. The first show that I designed would have been my first season, I think, was The Drawer Boy, so whatever year that was in. Yeah, I did about, I'm gonna guess about maybe 24 designs maybe or so over the years. Wow. Every show brought its own adventure, which I really enjoyed. Each show was different, the demands were different, the genre was different, the fabric was different, everything was different. So I was always kind of like, what are we gonna do this season, you know? I see the wheat.
Yes, weighing wheat.
That's another weird thing, right?
No, but it's
so good for weighting bags and stuff. Like, somebody gave me 2 big boxes of wheat, and you just like put it in Ziplocs or whatever, throw it in a purse, and now people aren't faking that they have a heavy suitcase. It's so good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Brittany, our current head of props, will come down and steal from it a lot. So it's great.